Hey everyone, this is absolutely massive news. Something huge just happened in the stock market that we need to talk about right now. The Hindenburg Omen has just been triggered, and for those who don't know what this is, let me tell you why this should grab your attention. This indicator has successfully predicted both the 1987 Black Monday crash and the 2008 financial crisis. That's a pretty impressive track record, right? So what exactly makes this indicator so special? Well, let me break it down for you. When we look at what happens to the S&P 500 after the Hindenburg Omen gets triggered, the pattern is pretty concerning. 1 week later, we typically see some red. 2 weeks to a month later, things get heavily red. And then 2 months later, extremely red. Eventually it cools down, but here's what's got everyone talking. People are now saying we could see a black swan event appearing at any moment. I've been telling you guys for a while that we might repeat what happened in 2008, because honestly, we need a recession to reset things. Now, here's something interesting I came across. There's this tweet from Davey Schwartz that caught my attention. The stuff that blew up the Hindenburg was in your house? Man, you dodged a bullet. Pretty wild timing, considering this indicator just got triggered, the same one that predicted both major crashes we've seen. Let me remind you about 1987. That was Black Monday, where literally out of nowhere, everything just crashed. And 2008? Well, we all remember that recession and how everything came tumbling down. Here's the thing though, 1987's Black Monday happened on a Monday. And guess what day it is tomorrow when most of you are watching this? That's right, Monday. But wait, it gets even more interesting. Jim Cramer, and I'm officially giving this guy legendary status today, just posted something that made my jaw drop. He said, "Very discouraging close. Got to wait until Monday for a bounce, but what a month." So let me get this straight. He was disappointed by how the stock market closed at the end of the month, and now he's waiting for Monday for the market to bounce back. He's expecting the market to pump on Monday. But here's where it gets crazy, and you probably know where I'm going with this. Whatever Jim Cramer predicts usually happens in the complete opposite direction. If he's waiting for a bounce on Monday, that probably means we're looking at a bigger dump instead. This is the same indicator that predicted the 1987 Black Monday crash, and now it's been triggered again. Remember, Jim Cramer says everything, but it usually goes in the wrong direction. It's honestly ridiculous how consistently wrong he is. His inverse performance actually beats real insider trading. Let me show you some mind-blowing stats here. We've got the top performers tracked, and there's the Pelosi tracker, Nancy Pelosi, who's essentially an insider making millions upon millions of dollars. Her net worth is in the
hundreds of millions. She's got inside information, right? But guess who beats her performance? Inverse Cramer, by about 10%. This is absolutely ridiculous. You see how they even put his image upside down? That's because whatever he says, the opposite effect usually takes place. So tomorrow, Monday, he's waiting for a bounce to happen, which means we'll probably keep dumping instead. He's literally beating actual insider traders with his inverse performance. Now, here's the thing. Jim Cramer himself is an insider trader, but he's employed by BlackRock to extract as much liquidity as possible from retail investors. Don't be fooled by that. But I'm giving him legendary status because every single time he makes a call, he gets it correct, just in the opposite direction. You just have to think inverse and you'll be golden. And look at XRP, it's dumping too. This whole situation is just insane. And that's exactly why I'm giving Jim Cramer that legendary status. What do you guys think? Are we heading for another major crash? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated on all the market madness. You literally can't make this stuff up, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a massive week. And after this, things will never be the same. Am I hoping for something positive? Honestly, it's not looking that way. But here's what actually makes me smile. And this is another reason why we're seeing this dump. Jim Cramer somehow knew about this before any of the news even broke. It's like he has a crystal ball, but it only works in reverse. So Trump just said he knows nothing about Binance's CZ pardon situation. Wait, hold up. Is CZ getting pardoned or not? And how does Trump not know about this? I thought the president was the one who decides who gets pardoned, right? I'm genuinely confused here. Actually, let me clarify what Trump really said. He mentioned that he doesn't know CZ personally. I don't know him. I don't believe I've ever met him. I'm not sure.
This tweet just came out a few hours ago, by the way, and this is exactly why we're seeing this dump in the markets right now. Honestly, I hope CZ doesn't get pardoned. Want to know why? Because check this out. He literally bought his own coin from his own exchange, claiming he had no idea it would pump the price up. CZ actually said, "Damn, I was hoping to buy some more at low prices." So he just bought his own coin, and surprise, surprise, it pumped the markets. Though I gotta say, he needs to do this with Bitcoin next time. What we're seeing here is massive manipulation and insider trading happening left and right. If you're surviving in this market right now, you genuinely deserve a medal. I'm not even kidding. The times we're living in, especially with markets being this chaotic, if you're still standing, give yourself a serious pat on the back. You actually deserve it. And if you're holding through all this
madness, you're doing better than most people out there. Trust me on that. Just hold on for dear life at this point. Now here's something interesting. Trump says about Scott Bessent, "You're doing a great job." How good is he on television? He soothes the markets. I don't soothe the markets. I sometimes disturb the markets. And guess what? He just did exactly that. You see what's happening here? This is all part of the game plan, guys. Scott Bessent, another insider who's directly connected to Trump, seems to be playing the protagonist role here. Meanwhile, Trump appears to be the antagonist, playing both the good guy and bad guy. It's like a classic good cop, bad cop routine.
Well, Scott Bessent, you're doing a great job, Secretary of Treasury. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Great. How good is he on television? You know, he soothes the markets. I don't soothe the market. I sometimes disturb the markets.
Oh yeah, he's disturbing the market like it's a complete roller coaster. I'm not even kidding about this.
He soothes the markets. He goes, I said, Scott, go in and clean it all up for me, Scott.
Wait, no way. Did I just hear that correctly? I'm literally covering my mouth right now. This needs to be brought to court. I'm being completely serious here. Look, I actually like Donald Trump a bit, but what he just said right there, why would he even say something like that? Let me play this again and slow it down for you.
He soothes the markets. He goes, I said, Scott, go in and clean it all up for me, Scott.
So basically, he told Scott Bessent, hey, go on television and clean this all up for me. Let's pump the markets back up. This is clearly market manipulation, and I'm about to lose it. Hello? Is anyone else watching this? Is anyone paying attention? You know what I want? Trump, please just contact us directly. Give us the inside information and then I'll announce it to everyone here. Because we can clearly see that he dumps the markets, then tells Scott Bessent, his right-hand man, his puppet, his minion, to go pump the markets back up on television. What is even going on anymore?
And he goes in, bup, 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 bup. And he's really terrific. He's done a great job. And I'm thinking about him for the Fed. See, now the camera's going, bam.
Now get this. He's thinking about putting Scott Bessent, who's clearly manipulating the markets, in charge of the Federal Reserve. Trump might as well tell him to print $100 trillion at this point.
Breaking news, but he won't take the job. He likes being Treasury. So we're not thinking about him really, oh yeah. But we're very proud of the job you're doing.
Oh yeah, you're doing a fantastic job, Scott. Unbelievable. Check out this insight from Kim.com. China gave Trump a year because they know what's coming. Trump's first term was disrupted by 2020. Trump's second term will be disrupted by an economic depression. That's exactly why Trump wants to be in charge of everything, guys. I'm literally begging here. Trump, please, 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 just give us the inside information ahead of everyone else. Let us become like Barron or part of your extended family or something, because we desperately need this information. Marcus Stump pointed out something interesting. As soon as Trump announces he doesn't know about CZ's pardon, everything shifts. Meanwhile, Jim Cramer seems to be the guy who can somehow tell us before anything actually happens. These are seriously strange times we're living in. On another note, AWS went down again. Maybe Amazon shouldn't have fired all those engineers. AWS Cloud is experiencing its third outage in about 2 weeks. It's going down like never before, and a lot of chaotic events are happening all at once. But here's something else that's happening. The US dollar just broke out against the Japanese yen. It looks like the Golden Cross was the trigger for this move. Wait, what happened to the Bank of Japan cutting rates?
Did they actually do it? I remember October 29th was supposed to be their decision date. Let me actually look this up real quick. Here it is. The Bank of Japan kept its benchmark short-term rates unchanged at 0.5% in October, maintaining borrowing costs at their highest level since 2008. They extended their pause since the last rate hike back in January. This could be another major trigger at some point. If the Bank of Japan decides to hike rates and raise them up, that's when the Japanese yen carry trade activates, and it's going to dump all markets hard. People were saying it would either happen at the end of October, which it didn't, or probably in January. So at some point, this event will definitely occur. But before then, either Donald Trump or Jim Cramer will probably warn us ahead of time. That's just how this crazy cycle seems to work. These are absolutely crazy times, and honestly, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Everything's getting more insane by the day. Whatever happens next, I hope this all makes sense to you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.